Hello and welcome to the Crypto Jungle. My name is Baloo, and here on the channel I keep crypto simple. We're trying to determine where the trend is. Is the trend bullish? Is the trend bearish? If you're new here, this is an unbiased, no hype channel, so we focus purely on the technicals, back that up with a little bit of fundamentals, and then hopefully we can decide, are we still in a bull market or is this bear market willing to continue? So in today's video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about our custom indicator that has just flashed a bullish signal on the daily time frame, which is usually an actionable event. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the king of all cryptocurrencies, and that is Bitcoin. Little bit of a change of scenery here today. I just changed villas again in Bali. It looks like my camera's a little high. Let's bring that down a little bit. I don't know. Is that good? Oh, I've got... Oh, dialing it in, folks. Dialing it in. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's start out on the daily, and let's take a look at this bullish cross. So we're inside of... Oh, good. Yeah, I've been messing with the mic settings. Really sorry, guys. New hardware. I don't make adjustments until I'm like live on stream. So my apologies that the last 3 videos had really terrible audio. So I'm hoping that things are good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we're looking at this consolidation range. Let's just get rid of these fun little stars. We just got our daily close. Nice bullish close. Okay, we just flashed our sign of strength. Now, the sign of strength came in the context of a short squeeze. So the short squeeze, it's usually an irrational move to the upside as shorts become liquidated. So, you know, much in the same way as we had this meltdown of the liquidations of the longs, you can have those liquidations to the short side that bring it back up. Typically, short squeezes do come back down to what is perceived to be a fair market value. But the important thing is, we got our signal. We got our sign of strength. We broke through this high that we were looking at right at around 36.6. And that's a good sign. We got a daily close. It's looking like the daily close closed above our target of 36.6. So I don't want everybody to get too excited too quickly, because this is just step 1. Okay. Step 1 is a higher high. Step 2 is a higher low. But yeah, let's go back to the indicator. I was supposed to talk about the indicator. Our custom indicator in the group, the alphanumerics indicator, which is a momentum-based indicator, and it's pretty accurate, I might add, just flashed a bull signal on the daily for Bitcoin. The last time it flashed a bull signal was, well, up in this consolidation range right before the LPSY. But the last bullish signal that worked out, you know, you get false signals in these things all the time. We had bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. But the last time we got a good bull signal on here, so, you know, you kind of have to take these with a grain of salt. We did rally about 100% after that. So as long as this bullish signal doesn't flip back down and create a bear signal, I think we're looking pretty good. Now, if it comes back down, we need it to hold as a lower low. So that's personally what I'm looking for from the trend analysis side of things. If you guys are interested in this indicator, by the way, it comes free with your membership. So links below if you want to sign up for the Crypto Jungle Traders Academy. 50% off your first month if you sign up using the coupon code WELCOME. So yeah, you know, I'm looking for some sort of higher low. Now, if it was a very healthy trend, we would probably bounce off the $34,000 level. We might even just take off from here, okay? But I think the actionable event will come if we get a higher low. The higher low doesn't have to happen at 34,000. It can go down, well, it can go all the way down to 30,000. As long as we print a higher low, we're looking good. And that's all that I really care about is first check mark is done. We have our higher high. The next thing we need is a higher low. So that's kind of Bitcoin. Let's catch up with the chat. Yeah, things do change quickly in these crazy markets. We're not fully there yet, Philly, but you know, we have to be prepared to change our bias quickly when the signals come in. So, it's a step in the right direction. I haven't invested yet. I haven't entered the trade yet. So, I'm waiting for some further confirmations, but it's a step in the right direction. It's the first bullish thing that we've seen in a while. Love the Miami Vice theme. Miss the 80s. Right on. Good morning from the Philippines. Hello, Moniz. Why did the short squeeze happen when it did? Short squeeze, we got down. So we broke a level of support, right? So we started printing candles that were lower on the daily. So we got those daily candle closes that were the lowest daily candle closes. So people are like, you know what? We're folding over. We're gonna head down. They start stacking up the shorts. All it takes is just, a reaction off of a low with over leveraged shorts. People are greedy, man. People are greedy. They over leverage themselves long. They over leverage themselves short. The 50x shorts got liquidated, which triggered the 25x shorts get liquidated, which triggers the 10x shorts, which triggers the 5, which triggers the 3, so on and so forth. And you get that cascading stop loss chain reaction. The fake Amazon news. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really paying attention. I don't focus on the news at all. News is kind of nice to consider, but it's not actionable for me. If the news is truly bullish, it shows up in the charts as a trend reversal. So, show me the chart and I'll tell you the news. If you are dialed in and understand how to read a chart and understand technical analysis, then you don't need news. It's pointless. It's just kind of supplementary. It's like, okay, that sounds nice, cool, but I'll see if it actually, picks up in the market. The market is truth, and the candles are truth. So TA doesn't predict the future, but it tells you what's going on in the present. And presently, the market is rather bullish. So, we're keeping an eye on that. Let's go ahead and what do you use to confirm it was a short squeeze? Basically, just the violence of the move, like the upside move. It's the exact same as when we cascade to the downside. This is over leveraged longs getting liquidated. So it's more so just the volatility of the move and how quick it is. Other than that, that's just what I'm assuming it is. The market was short. A lot of people were short. So as those shorts hit their liquidation points, they're forced to buy at market. When you fill the order book with market buys, it marks the price up. If you were buying into BTC for the first time, what would your entry target be at this point? Well, it's an interesting question because buying Bitcoin for the first time, how much are you buying? What is your intent with it? Are you a trader? Do you have experience trading? Are you trying to trade this market? Do you even understand what Bitcoin is? Do you know what you're buying? I can't really answer that question because it's quite a nuanced question. But as far as what we're looking for in the group, we're looking for a higher low. That's it. So, wherever that higher low comes in, is where we will be, jumping to the long side. But if you're buying Bitcoin for the first time and you're not an investor and you're not a trader, just buy some Bitcoin. Just buy a little bit of Bitcoin. Dollar cost average. I typically don't dollar cost average into a downtrend, but if this does, if we keep getting the confirmations, you can continue to DCA. But what I highly recommend that you do is understand what you're buying, because it's really going to help you stay convicted to the trade. It's a very volatile asset that is kind of unique in terms of trading. It's a long hold. You got to buy at the right time. You got to hold for a long time. So I think the best thing you can do is go read the Bitcoin Standard. If you're not a reader, it's available on audiobook. Go on Audible and listen to the Bitcoin Standard and understand why it's important, because A, you need to have a fundamental understanding of what it is that you're buying, and B, 99% of the other projects that are out there are complete garbage, and they're all going to tell you that they're better than Bitcoin. So you need to be able to counter that with knowledge. Next resistance level to break is going to be right around 41 to 42. I want to see a break above this high as well. So if we can get even just a wick above this wick at right around 41.1, 41.2, at least on the FTX chart. FTX is the best exchange for anybody who is looking for a Binance alternative or just a different exchange, a more professional exchange. Follow the links below. It's an easy way to support the channel. And sign up for FTX. It's the best. But yeah, we're looking at that 41, call it 41.5. You get a wick at 41.5. That's the next tick mark where we can start. If we get above 41.5, it's probably going to continue all the way to the underside of this resistance. This is a large macro resistance on Bitcoin. This resistance is quite substantial. This is the underside of the distribution. So watch out from basically 48,000 to 51,000 is going to be pretty staunch resistance. We're going to have to see how we behave in this area, because I wouldn't be surprised for us to curl back over, and that's going to cause a lot of people to leave the positions as they exit at a lower high. So we're not out of the woods yet, but you have to become a participant, because you don't want to become a participant at a confirmation above 55,000. So it is what it is right now. Okay, if you're not an experienced trader, buy and hold BTC. Yeah, for the most part, you know, DCA, make sure you're not investing money that you actually need. You know, if you think, if you're not interested in trading, find out what you're buying and understand if it's something that you're interested in holding long term, and then just dollar cost average and hold and think in terms of a minimum 4 years, because that's typically the cycle. So if you think in those, if you have those two things dialed in, historically speaking, it's been a good investment. Bitcoin year over year does about a 100% return year over year. No matter where you buy it in the market. So that's an average over 4 years. So, you know, it's traditionally a good asset to become a participant from the investment side, but you have to understand what it is. Okay, so let's take a look at Ethereum, because we got the same cross. So on the daily with our alphanumerics indicator, shout out to Matthew, the creator of this indicator. The guy is a genius. Really, really so grateful to have you in the group, Matthew, if you are watching this or watching the replay, because this indicator is very simple, very easy to read, very easy to understand. Basically, we got our bullish cross, you become an investor. You can, if it flips bearish, you exit the position. So for those that really want to simplify their trading and simplify their investing, this works in all markets. It works in equities. It works, I don't know how effective it's going to be in something like Forex, but as far as equities and cryptocurrencies, where Matthew is primarily trading, he's made a lot of money, and he has a strategy that he has translated into an easy to read indicator, which comes with your membership. So bullish cross on Ethereum. We're seeing nice things. Let's take a look at another high cap coin. Let's see what BNB is doing, actually. Not that I like that coin, but you know, it's one of the ones that are up there that actually has some utility. It looks like we're preparing for a bullish cross on the daily for BNB. So if there are any BNB fans out there, we could get a little bit of follow through. Not my favorite coin, but it's one of the ones that has demand, actual intrinsic demand out there. There are a lot of top altcoins that don't have intrinsic demand, so do your own research. How's the altcoin market look? Total 3. I don't know what total 3 is. Altcoin market for me is total 2, which is the entire cryptocurrency market cap excluding Bitcoin, which would be altcoins. I don't know if total 3 excludes Ethereum as well, maybe. But it looks like it's ready to get a bullish cross on the daily as well, bouncing off of our wave, our trend wave. It's looking good. The market is looking good. Now, again, I got to preface this with the fact that this is just step 1. Okay, step 1 is a higher high. Step 2 is a higher low. After you get step 2, That's when we really change the trend and you get commitment from the macro investors. Right now, who's investing is people trying to front run the bullish idea and trying to front run the trend. The trend hasn't confirmed. It's just step one of the trend, which is better than what we've had lately. So it's looking good. Just took a look at ETH, Catherine. So you can probably just rewind. But yeah, we got a bullish cross on Ethereum. We're still kind of trapped in this trading range. Kind of broke the creek line here. I'll just clean this up a bit. Broke the creek line, looking to find support in this general area right above 2,000 bucks. As long as we can stay above $2,000, it's looking healthy for Ethereum. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, what else we got here? Well, I'm curious, what is total 3? Let's see what total 3 is. Excluding Bitcoin and ETH. ETH is still an altcoin. But okay. Again, similar structure, you know, both total 2 and total 3, very similar structure. Let's take a look at another crowd favorite. We'll take a look at a couple crowd favorites, even though I hate these coins, but hey, you know, people want their analysis and they want my opinion on what's going on with the analysis. So let's do it. Cardano on Coinbase, not long enough. Let's go with Binance. Cardano, I don't know, man. Like if we flip bullish, I mean, we're going to be bullish, but it's just such a distributional looking chart. I don't like Cardano. I don't like it fundamentally speaking. I don't like it technically speaking. But let's try and pull some bullishness out of this. Okay. So there's basically this downward sloping line of resistance here that we did break. Let's make that a little easier to see. We did break, you know, we're still holding a support. We really do need to hold support here, but I don't like this chart. I do not like this chart. Cardano, okay, if we can stay above a buck, there's no reason for me to be too bearish on Cardano. If we start breaking down below a buck, it's going to get ugly. I mean, we're looking at a 40-cent Cardano after that because it did not build support on the way up. Not at all. It got overhyped. If there's any BitBoy fans, they probably know why it got overhyped. Biggest crypto channel in YouTube was hyping Cardano for a long time. What is it about the Cardano fundamentals that I don't like? The fact that it doesn't have a functioning product. You know, it's got a wallet. There's no smart contracts. There's no dApps. There's nothing. You know, people often compare Cardano and Ethereum, which is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous to compare those two projects. Ethereum has everything on it. It has everything. Cardano doesn't even have smart contracts. Until Cardano gets smart contracts, there's nothing to discuss. It's a speculation. It's not a product. Okay. XRP. Yeah, we'll take a look at XRP. XRP is a weird one. You know, you have to be careful with XRP because there's, you know, the technical on XRP actually looks decent, but I think XRP is kind of always late to the party as far as, you know, taking off, or, you know, it builds up a lot of momentum when it goes. But, you know, XRP is just one of those ones that you really got to wait for. And let's see what we got here. Let's throw a range. Sitting on top of the range, really nice sign of strength move. But this drawdown, man, like, you have to really believe in XRP. You have to really believe in XRP. And for me, I don't really get it. I don't really understand. You know, they talk about cross-border remittance. That's literally every single cryptocurrency does that. So for me, you know, it's a hype play. It's a momentum play. You can get in, ride the hype, ride the train as it's leaving the station, and then, you know, take your profits. Take your profits. If you end up in some considerable profits on XRP, realize those gains. Make your life better. Whatever, you know, if you're part of the XRP army, you've been dollar cost averaging into this thing for the last 5 years, and it makes you an amount of money that can change your life, be it buy a house, start a business, invest in, you know, and anything, invest in yourself. It gives you the opportunity to make your life better. Take it. Take it. Oh, mad cute. Well, thank you. For BTC was the 20 July low, the spring and confirmation of phase C in Wyckoff. Yeah, so we're looking for that. We're looking for it to confirm. So basically what you're asking is, you know, is this kind of the, let me get my pen out. Come on. Is this our phase C? So we're waiting for it to confirm. And where does it confirm? It confirms on a test. So right now, you know, we've jumped the creek, we've left phase C. We need it to come down for our LPS, our last point of support. If we get that LPS, that's our confirmation. Right now, it could end up being an upthrust. I think that it is kind of, I like the characteristic of the rally. I like how straight it is, and I like that it came in the context of a short liquidation because it spanked a lot of short traders. So they're not going to hop back into those shorts. They're going to try and play it long. But we really do need that higher low. Thoughts on Matic, Polygon. So I think layer 2s in general are essential. Like we're transitioning from layer 1. You are part of the ecosystem where we are still functioning on layer 1 as we transition over to layer 2. When we have crypto adoption, like real world adoption, Bitcoin transactions for the most part are going to be on Lightning. Ethereum transactions are going to be on ETH 2.0, which is a layer 1, but it's going to be on layer 2s. So Polygon, XDAI, OMG apparently, a lot of these layer 2s, they're going to create cross-chain communication on the layer 2 protocol. So the fact that we even exist on layer 1 one day is going to be ridiculous. You know, nobody's even going to know what layer 1 is. They're just going to, you know that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exist and you can communicate cross-chain and this, that, and the other. But yeah, it's pretty interesting where we are right now and the fact that we interact with smart contracts and do everything that we want to do on layer 1. But from a TA point of view, let's take a look at what's going on with Matic. It's in a hell of a downtrend, that I know. So we're going to have to repair that trend. Let's go to the daily. Let's see what we got on the alphanumerics indicator. It looks like we're coming in for a bullish cross on the indicator. I'm telling you guys, you know, the group pays for itself with the trading setups, but, you know, just having access to the indicator allows you to focus on the projects that you're really interested in as well. So yeah, you know, Matic, we need to get above at least this level, right? This was our last kind of high. This was our last resistance. So we need to get above $1.25. Fundamentally, I think it's a sound project. I also think it got kind of overhyped and overbought. But, you know, it got overhyped and overbought because it's fundamentally quite sound. Layer 2s aren't going away. A lot of people think that when ETH 2.0 comes around, that layer 2s are going to become obsolete. No, layer 2s are what are going to allow cross-chain communication so that I can send Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain without a bridge. It's going to be all just interacted in the background on layer 2s. Only layer 2s can allow for that. So these things aren't going away. Look for any layer 2 solution. I bought a majority of my XRP when the SEC lawsuit was announced. Nice. Buying the carnage, buying the fear and the panic. I think you're still down though, but I think your mentality is good with that one. Okay. The TCP of the money world. I keep hearing about TCP. I don't know what it is. Harry, you're no dummy. So what is TCP? I keep hearing about TCP. The crypto prophecies. Is this just a betting protocol? Transmission control protocol? It's layer 1 of the internet. On top of TCP runs IP addresses. Well, this isn't it. Is there 2 TCPs? Internet protocol. Yeah, these ones I'm very apprehensive of for the most part. I don't really like these coins that claim to rework the internet. The internet is quite an established beast. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just think it's improbable, at least in the short to medium term, cycle to cycle. So I typically don't invest in the node-based internet protocols. You know, the internet, the ICP token, Substratum, all of those ones I just kind of stay away from. If it happens, it happens. Great. It'll be great for the internet. It'll be great for devs, but I don't need to be a participant in it. Hello, Renenborg. Okay. Oh, TCP IP is what the internet is built on. There you go. It shows you exactly how much people will not know about layer 1. Because there you go. That's the perfect use case. Nobody knows how the internet works. Nobody knows. We're here on the ground level. We understand crypto, but it's a protocol. It's code that's being built around us. So we kind of understand the intricacies of it, but yeah. Axie is in 4th wave consolidation before a 5th leg up. Yeah, Axie. What's going on with Axie? It's possible that, this turns into, it's looking like a bull flag. It's honestly looking like a bull flag here. So it's possible this breaks out for one last leg. What would we be looking at? Let's see. I think it's already exceeded all of our wildest expectations. Yeah, it's already well above our wildest expectations. So, I'm not looking for entries. If it looks like I want to take profits, I'll take profits, but there's no entries for me into Axie Infinity. If you are really skilled at monitoring trades, moving your stop loss into break even, what you would be doing is you just wait for a break. Wait for a break here, okay? As soon as we break out and commit above this level, and it's going to be fast because it's kind of it's impulsing so quick. These impulses, they go faster and faster, and they test less and less. So if you get a break above that downward sloping line of resistance, you got to be pretty present for it. You can make an entry, let it take off, get your stop loss up to break even so you don't lose any money, and then just start scalping out some profits. For me, I bought this token at much lower levels, and I'm not selling it. I'm turning this token into Axies because the profits are better. So that's my game plan with the AXS token. The whole Axie Infinity ecosystem, if you want to make the most money in it, you make money by breeding Axies. You do better. Like if you're looking to speculate on the token, that's one thing. It's kind of easier. It's in your wheelhouse. It's more comfortable. But you make more money speculating on these Axie tokens and then taking them and turning them into Axies and selling them on the marketplace. But that is an entirely different topic altogether. Can I make 2% every day in day trading in day trading crypto with low risk? I think 2% is very manageable. I personally don't teach day trading, but we could show you the tools that you would be looking for when you're looking for that kind of percentage gain. Are you using leverage with it? What is the plan with the 2%? Is your plan to 50x so that it's a 100% gain every day? That might be something that is unachievable. But 2% moves happen fairly often, and they happen in cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum, where you can definitely get, I can promise you 1%, that's for sure. We're always moving 1%. Will cross-chain projects become obsolete after layer 2 integration? Well, what cross-chain projects are you talking about? Because all the cross-chain projects are layer 2s. So the layer 2s are what bring the cross-chain projects. I'm not sure specifically what it is that you mean by, because there's also a lot of garbage out there. So people make claims. It's like, oh, the first cross-chain protocol, but they don't do anything and they have no functioning product. So let me know what it is that you're talking about. Yeah, let's take a look at the ETH BTC chart. Hard forking, welcome. Nice to see you here, Sean. Sean and Hard Forking. Guys, you got to go follow Hard Forking. Those are the guys that got me into Axie Infinity. If you want a really solid fundamentals channel, you've got the TA over here. If you want solid fundamentals, go over to Sean's channel, subscribe to Hard Forking, because it's incredibly relevant. Okay, there's no bullshit. There's no speculation. They're testing products. They're testing the protocols. If it doesn't have a product and it doesn't have a protocol, they're not talking about it. They're actually using fundamentally driven intrinsic value projects. So if you're looking for that sort of channel, I think it would be a good balance. You get the TA here, you get the fundamentals over there. Go subscribe to Sean's channel. He's trying to get to 10K. He's so close to getting to 10K. Get him over to 10K. Come on. Yeah, ETH BTC. There are a lot of, if you're talking about Axie Infinity there, Rahul, I think you should make a video on it, is what you said. There's a ton of videos on Axie, but yeah, I can put my own brand on it for sure. It's just a matter of finding the time. My Wednesday sessions are a little bit more flexible these days. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, for the alternative currency pair people that don't understand why we even chart these things, what's the point of charting Ethereum against Bitcoin? Well, you need to know that the altcoin that you are investing in is doing better than Bitcoin, because if it's not, you should have held Bitcoin. There is this misconception out there that altcoins consistently perform better over Bitcoin, and that's not always the case. People perceive it that way because the percentage gains on the green days are higher, but the red days are also higher. So a really good example of that is Litecoin. There are a lot of people that really like Litecoin, but if you go to the Litecoin BTC chart, Litecoin is a waste of your fucking time. Complete waste of your time. Look at this chart. So what this chart is telling you, that consistently over time, year after year, you lose value against Bitcoin, which means that if you were to choose between holding Bitcoin and Litecoin, Bitcoin is by far the better investment. It just keeps going down. It keeps going down. It's a shit project compared to, it's garbage. If there's Litecoin fans out there, it's not my place to tell you what to buy, but I will go out on a limb and tell you that Litecoin is a shitcoin. Ethereum BTC, however, is beginning to trend up. So this is showing that we are beginning to outperform the returns of Bitcoin. You know, if this was trending down, Bitcoin would be the better play. But since this is trending up, Ethereum is the better play. And Ethereum is just, it shouldn't come as a surprise to most of my viewers that Ethereum is my favorite project. It looks like a bit of a pennant building here on top of a macro support here at 0.05 BTC per Ethereum. So we're kind of looking for that breakout. So if we get that breakout of this downward sloping line of resistance, that's going to be your buy signal. So if we can get down here, you can front run it. You know, you can scale in at the bottom, but if you get that break and that test, I think that we'll really start to heat up after that. Ethereum is, you know, Bitcoin does its thing, and Bitcoin does its thing very well. Ethereum does a lot more, and I do think that one day Ethereum's market cap will be larger than Bitcoin's market cap, because Bitcoin, as good as it is at being a currency, that's all it will ever be, is a currency. It can't do everything that Ethereum can do. Ethereum is programmable money. Ethereum allows for smart contracts. It allows for true applications of blockchain technology that are actually going to replace a lot of jobs to become a reality. Bitcoin doesn't have that. So, you know, Ethereum is just, you know, if Bitcoin is gold, Ethereum is the stock market. Axie BTC have the exact same pennant over the support as ETH BTC. Looking good. Yeah, and the Axie ecosystem has been consistently outperforming Ethereum on top of that as well. Okay, just catching up with the chat. If I go silent, it's because I'm reading. Yeah, 2% gain without leverage I think is relatively safe, Rahul. You do need to have a plan and a strategy and a setup. And, you know, you could almost even just use the alphanumerics indicator. I can't guarantee that it happens every single day. You know, having a goal like that every single day is kind of a tougher goal. But you can have consistency, you know, week to week. But typically in crypto, you wanna hold. They removed the 100x basically. Yeah, you were talking about. I think the decision of FTX and Binance to reduce leverage to 20x just legitimizes the space. You look at all of the projects that come out on Binance Smart Chain, they're all just garbage. You look at them and they're a joke. Like, if you want serious investors to come here, if you want people with actual money to come in here and feel safe, you can't have fucking Pickle Dick coin and Cum Rocket coin and, you know, 5 different dog coins on the same bullshit network. And then you add to that, oh, you can go to Binance and you can 100x leverage it. It's absurd, complete insanity to the traditional world. And it's irresponsible and it turns a lot of people off. So 20x is too much. 20x is too much. But it brings legitimacy to the space. So, you know, I would never use 20x, but there is definitely a healthy population of the people that would use 20x. What's good about this is you won't get these liquidation events, or you won't get them as nearly as severe. If we look at Bitcoin, this is 100x, this is 50x. You know, these are degenerate retard traders in over leveraged long positions at an all-time high. So, you know, if you can control the absurd behavior of these degenerate noobs by just restricting access to 100x leverage, I think it's a good thing. It's good for the ecosystem. It brings in legitimacy, like I said, and it you know, prevents these liquidation events. Pickle coin. At what point does the market become shark versus shark and get more difficult? I would say when crypto's adopted, really. Like, I guess I'm a little confused by the question, shark versus shark. First of all, it's a speculative market, so I would argue it's already kind of shark versus shark. There's a lot of predators in these waters. You know, it is a jungle out there. It's a very risky space to be navigating around because everybody's trying to steal your money. So in that sense, there's already sharks. But in terms of competition, like fair competition, like what we see kind of, you know, more in the equities markets or something like that, we're going to need adoption because people don't know what the fuck this is. Like, honestly, nobody knows what Bitcoin is. Nobody knows what blockchain is. Nobody, like in the grand scheme of things, nobody understands how it works, why it's important, or any of that stuff. So until people actually understand, and they're not going to understand until they start interacting with it, and it's, you know, we're going to have to force feed it to them at some point. Until they understand, how do you put a value on it? So it's pure speculation. So there's a lot of, you know, I don't know about the shark comment, but yeah, smart money, super smart money. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. You know, it's the risk takers right now coming in. 2% of how much? 2% doesn't matter. So Broge 5 INV, you know, your balance is your balance, but you do need to think in terms of percent. So, you know, if you have $2,000, or if you have $1,000 and you have 2%, what does that get you? You know, it gets you $20. If $20 isn't enough for you to be happy, you need to up the balance. You don't up the percentage gains of your expectation, you up the balance so that you're happy with the percentage gains. So that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they try to make $1 million out of a $5,000 investment in crypto. It's really unrealistic to have those kind of price parameters and those goals, but you know, it's not that it's never happened before. What are your thoughts on pickle coin? I can tell you where to stick it. Because of your AXS call, I made around $8,000 last month. Awesome. Congratulations, man. I'm happy to hear that, you know, you took action on a recommendation and you made money. We have a ton of videos in the private group there, Rahul. Book profits, you know, orders, how do you do the Wyckoff method? And it's a mentorship program. If it wasn't for Sean. So for that, I'm very grateful. Okay, I don't even remember where it came from, but it was definitely in the comments section. Somebody talking about a large drawdown in SNX. So let's see where we're sitting with that. So distributional top, let's go do a fib retracement top to bottom, see where we're kind of sitting right now, see if it's kind of a healthy retracement. SNX, it's looking like, well, we're kind of below the 618. That's probably where the 786 would be. So that's not a ton of help. We are kind of sitting in this general area where we did kind of create some support. Area of the breakout, bouncing off of that level. Let's see what the alpha numerics indicator is saying. It flipped bullish, it went bearish, it's looking to flip back bullish. So one false signal. I don't know enough about SNX from the fundamental side. I believe it has something to do with decentralized futures markets, like a peer-to-peer futures markets. I'm not 100% sure. Let's actually just take a quick look at SNX. Very quick. Yeah, synthetics. I think that's a derivatives exchange. The derivatives DEX. Shop ledger. No. Real quick, gotta hop into the virtual classroom in 10 minutes. Yeah, derivatives liquidity protocol. So this is cool. I like this stuff. But when I'm looking at these protocols, my first question is, at what point do I buy the token? Because that's the demand, okay? In crypto, you get a lot of projects playing with the supply, and they drum up speculative demand while they play for the supply. And I'm not saying that synthetics is that, but what I always ask when I go to participate in a protocol is, at what point do I buy the synthetics token? I don't I have never bought Uni to use Uniswap. I have never bought Aave to use Aave. I have never bought, Sushi to use Sushi. I've never bought Cream to use Cream. And I speculate that I will not have to buy Synthetics to use Synthetics. So what is left? Where's the demand? The demand comes from governance. And what is governance? Governance is your ability to vote on the future direction of the protocol through the DAO. How much is a seat at the table worth is what you're speculating on. You're not speculating on the success of the project. You're speculating on how much people are willing to spend for a seat at the table to be able to vote on the protocol. So it's a little bit different. I mean, this goes back to the fact that, we're still very much so in a speculative space, and you can, capitalize on the speculation and trade alongside the trend. Long story short, what I'm trying to say here is any bullish follow through on this protocol will probably be short-lived. It's going to really ebb and flow, and you're going to want to take profits aggressively on this one. So it's holding at a key support level. If we can break above basically this level right here, if you can get a high above $13, then we're definitely showing a potential to change the trend. We're getting about to have a bullish flash on the alphanumerics indicator, so it's looking good, but I don't know how high we can go. So that's all the time I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this if you enjoyed this live stream, please leave it a like. If there are any projects that you would like me to take a look at, leave them in the comments section down below. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.